Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's your boy Ronda here. I'm back with another video. I'll be filming multiple of these. So let's go ahead and get into this topic. There's a situation unfolding in Iran right now. Massive protests, people setting things on fire. Mainly what people do in protests is riots and all the other stuff. There's been so far deaths coming out of this situation. And it's just a matter of time that we see this probably over here in the United States, especially what's been going on with ICE. Y'all know about that situation. Both situations, the one that happened in Minneapolis and the situation that happened in Portland. Portland short they tell yesterday, January 9th, if I'm not mistaken, January 9th, Portland showed their tail with their protesters. There was a guy live I was watching. A lot of arguments. People are just baiting other people in based on who they basically voted for, and they voted for this, and then some say they didn't vote for this, and it's caused a lot of altercations out there. People trying to get physical, trash talk, and all that other stuff going on. It's just a matter of time the United States have this type of issue, and especially if we keep going on with the situation where ICE and more situations happen like this, then we could see a civil war probably break out here in the United States. I won't rule that out at all. Pretty sure a lot of you guys won't rule that out either. And I had said with the situation with the Venezuelan president getting captured and his wife getting captured and taken to New York from the recent military strikes on, well, invasion of Venezuela, I went to Iran, of Venezuela. I feel like it was kind of the distraction, and now we have the situation with the Russian tanker that was seized by the United States or something like that, and then the situation with ICE again, ICE situation. I felt like that is all a distraction, because when the ICE situation happened in Minneapolis, then I think a few days later, Russia launched an Oreshnik missile on Ukraine, saying that Ukraine tried to target his residence or something like that. True that is. I cannot confirm how true that is, just because we know Russia lies a lot, and we actually can't trust no country, because no matter how friendly you guys can be, it's always just take that one situation that one country can feel jealous about the other, and then there's a whole situation, arguments, conflict possibly can come out of it, cyber attacks and all that other stuff, terror attacks. I won't rule that out either, especially as we get into the spring and summer months with people more traveling and stuff like that. I don't rule that out happening at all. So you guys just gonna have to be vigilant. I'm not gonna hold you guys too long in this video, so I think it's about time to go ahead and get into this article. Just a lot of stuff going on. Oh, and before I actually get into this article, and then the situation with the United States talking about going after Greenland, I cannot 100% say that we wouldn't do that, and then I can't 100% say that we would do that. We already know Iran, I mean, the United States struck Iran a few months ago, or just a little over a year ago. Then we know this recent strikes on Venezuela, so the United States seem like they're not afraid to strike another country. We know Russia been talking about going after other European countries after Ukraine, whenever the Ukrainian war ends, because so many peace deals been trying to be done and seem like there's no progress. The United States would be crazy to seize a Russian tanker or something like that and try to go to Putin and say, hey, we want a peace deal. I feel like that would just be crazy to do, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to accept that, even though we knew he wasn't going to accept no peace deal, because this war been going on since 2022, I think February of 2022, and we're in 2026, and this war is still going on, and he launched a Oreshnik missile at Ukraine, which is a hypersonic ballistic missile. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first article for this video. Has been reported by CNN. It was updated at 4:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, January 10th, 2026. Again, this is being reported by CNN, updated 4:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, January 10th, 2026. So the headline reads, dozens reported killed during Iran protests as internet blackout persists. Then we go down here. At least 65 people have been killed and more than 2,300 arrested during 2 weeks of anti-government protests that have rocked Iran. According to U.S.-based human rights group, the demonstrations have spread at least 100 cities across all of Iran province, in a wave of nationwide unrest triggered by crippling economic conditions. Protesters have described enormous crowds and feelings of hope, but also brutal violence and bodies piled up on each other in a hospital. A doctor told CNN that hospitals are extremely chaotic and patients are terrified to be identified, aimed to crack down by authorities. An internet blackout imposed by officials is ongoing, according to a watchdog, but one Tehran residents told CNN it has failed to quell protests. U.S. President Donald Trump threatened to attack Iran again, U.S. President Donald Trump threatened to attack Iran if security forces respond violently to protests, and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the U.S. supports the country people. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, I don't know how to pronounce that, blamed the U.S. for inciting protests. Um, as I'm filming this video, this was updated, I guess, 12 minutes ago. So it's past midnight in Tehran. Here's what you need to know. This is a little picture, I guess, coming out of Iran right now with the protests. At least 65 people have died and more than 2,300 have been arrested across Iran in the past 13 days, according to U.S.-based human rights activist news agency AIM. Protests spurred by rampant inflation. Okay, so that's crazy right now. A lot of protests been going on. Let's skim through here right now. Voices from the ground. Eyewitnesses described seeing Iranian security forces killing dozens of people with military rifles, including a 5-year-old. The deaths and injuries are leading to scenes of chaos at health facilities, with one woman telling CNN she saw bodies piled up at one hospital. Internet blackout. Iran hasn't had internet for over 48 hours now, according to a watchdog NetBlocks. The Tehran residents said that that's driving even more people to take to the streets to protest. So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff going on right now in Iran. So if you live in Iran, be very careful if you're out there or you have to travel to Iran for some reason. With that being said, it's just something we're gonna have to watch out for over here, because if it's true that the U.S. president, our U.S. President Donald Trump said that threatened to strike Iran or attack Iran, I find that to be kind of concerning, especially everything that's been going on. And we recently struck Iran just a few years ago, or a few months ago. The United States struck Iran and really didn't have no consequences from that. I think they was striking their nuclear programs or something like that. So you guys just gonna have to be careful, stay vigilant, because I wouldn't be surprised if there'd be a surprise attack, just like how we did a surprise attack on Iran a few years ago or months ago, and a surprise attack on Venezuela just a few days ago. So with that being said, I just wanted to get this headline out here for you guys. It is crazy out there, y'all, so be very careful, and comment down below if you guys see this video on time, or who you was rooting for if you don't catch this video on time, because my team, the Panthers, is playing in Charlotte against the LA Rams right now, so I really hope the Panthers win this game. I literally really hope, because Panthers to me just seem like ain't been having, don't really win that much. So but I saw some poll that 85% thinks the Rams is going to win and 17% thinks the Panthers isn't. I have hope in the Panthers. I literally hope the Panthers win. So with that being said, comment down below who's your favorite team, or if you don't like either team, who's your favorite NFL team. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video that I'm about to film. Stay safe out there. God bless. And I feel like I have to sneeze, and it's a run day out.